Hey everybody, welcome to the Disc Only podcast. I'm talking slow because not everything's starting for some reason. Welcome to the Disc Only podcast, the podcast that asks important questions like, what if we had more than one grandpa? I'm your main host, Proton John, and as always, I'm joined by Tom Fox.
I am not a grandpa.
I am, though. I'm a grandpa. I'm substitute grandpa today, I guess.
That would be Josh Jepson.
Hi, it's me, Josh Jepson. What's up, guys?
And I'm the Avid Drummer, and I am also not a grandpa.
Yet.
So many not grandpas here.
I gotta have a kid first, man.
Yeah, we're all going to be grandpas by the end of the night, so get on it.
Grandpa's just a mindset, really.
That is true.
So as you might have noticed,
Grandpa's just a mindset, the universal dream.
I do love the fact that we went in the right order easier than whenever Steven is here. Like, that just kind of blew my mind. I was like, wow, that was so simple. Like,
so we knew Steven was the problem the entire time. Speaking of Steven, as you may have noticed, he is not here. Him and Mal are going to be gone away this month, but they asked us to go ahead with the podcast anyways. And as you can see, our replacement Steven this month is Josh Jepson.
That's me. I even have an S in my name so that I'm in the right order on the thing.
Yeah,
Discord.
I had to have him change his name to Sir Josh Jepson because otherwise all the icons were out of order.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Just yours and Josh's, because it would have been Dan as you and you as Steven.
I feel bad for trading Dan. Like, I don't think Dan wants the trade to be me, but like I'll take the trade to Steven. All right,
so you get to be 6'8". You get to have every Wii game.
Oh my god!
I think I already have every Wii game I want though, which is a trade-off. I feel like that's kind of like a sideways trade. It's like, oh, you lose all the other systems, but you gain the Wii and GameCube.
I really don't know that Wii is having every Wii game is an aspiration of mine, to be honest.
I'd say, considering the vast library it is, I'd say it's an accomplishment in and of itself.
I mean, it's an accomplishment. Don't get me wrong, but do I want that as an accomplishment?
It also it also depends on when you gotta move, because like you're gonna have, like, you know, your clothes box, you know, your dishes box, your appliances box, and then Wii 1, Wii 2, Wii 3, Wii 4.
I already have that though. I literally have that exact same problem. I think I have it worse than Steven, actually.
You have more. We've discussed this at one point. You have more games than Emil has unique Pokemon cards,
which
is
crazy. Yeah,
that's actually hilarious. How does that happen? He just bought a bunch, so I don't know.
Like when I moved into this house, it took 40 boxes for my game collection, and they were like proper size boxes too.
my God, this man's a GameStop in his own right. That is insane, though.
So,
wait, John, you play video games?
I know, shocking. I've definitely doubled the amount of games here since that move. Maybe not double, but it feels like it. So it's gonna be...
so someone in the chat suggested naming the boxes with Wii games with Roman numerals, so it's just Wii E, and Wii E.
Weave.
Weevy.
Oh my God.
Weex.
I don't like it.
Square Weex.
So Josh, I have to apologize. I tried making a proper icon for you to replace Stevens when we knew this was happening, and then I had no luck. I tried all the different skills I have, which unfortunately are 0. So this was the replacement I came up with instead. Is this acceptable? Once the stream updates.
There it is.
Is this acceptable? Your face may look a little different than everyone else's, but I feel we'll all be acceptable of it.
Wow. It's like...
Wow.
Josh, has anyone ever told you you had a very easily readable face?
Thank you. Yes. I pride myself in it. No, that's great. I like that. That looks good.
Josh, your font looks wonderful tonight. Very
Thank
nice.
you. Wow. It's new.
Looking quite italic. I like it.
I tried
sans serif.
I tried originally. I was like, oh man, I'll just take a picture of Groose, make it a silhouette, and then mimic it to look like everyone else's. But I couldn't do it. Everyone I did just looked awful. So I was like,
well, now I do want to see your version of my face, though.
Okay, I think I
do it.
Did I save it? Oh no, I don't think I did. Crud. Hang on.
Oh no, rip.
Hang on.
I
I can get it back together pretty fast. Hang on.
while you're getting that together, I have a bone to pick with sans serif font.
Okay.
Okay, so like it's a very unique problem that maybe like only a few of us in this space have. Have you ever had somebody whose name either started with a capital I or a lowercase l, and you can't tell what it is?
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
And those
I
people
hate
get mad at
that
me. Those people
so
get mad at me,
much.
and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I mean,
Like,
that happens on Twitch sometimes too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what the font is on Twitch, but sometimes it'll just be like,
It's probably just like Arial or something like that. It's supposed to be like you know, I know it's supposed to look like sleek and whatnot and like minimalistic, like everything's losing detail now, like company logos and whatnot. Just give me a little bit of serif there so I can tell the difference between a capital I and a lowercase l.
everything
There is no
is just,
difference.
it's all just going to be one pixel. Like every company is just going to be a single pixel is what they're going towards.
I have
Which
seen some of those videos on
sucks.
YouTube where they show like what future company logos will look like, and like they just transition between like here's the most recent one, here's the new one, and then like they go into the future, and it just keeps getting smaller and more pixelated down to just a square, and it's just colors at that point.
It's just going to be color coded businesses. We just need to know what the color codes are. Be
Yeah.
perfect. Oh.
Dude, I hate it. Every time I'm like, oh, that company changed their logo to, oh. It's just text.
okay.
It reminds me of the AVGN meme where it's like 16-bit, 8-bit, 4-bit, 2-bit,
That's
1-bit,
such a good one.
half-bit, quarter-bit!
That's just such a good one, though.
I think one of my most hated switch ups is freaking Dunkin' Donuts, because now they're just Dunkin', you know?
Yep.
And like I have a feeling that one day they're just going to be the apostrophe.
Just go all the way to the apostrophe. Yeah.
Hey, last month I guess we were ahead of our time with Q Sharp.
Oh, God.
Also, I like how we're slowly creating a mall between Outback Stabhouse, Q Sharp, and whatever else we've designed. We're slowly creating a mall. I'd like to think that that's where this podcast takes place, is in that mall.
This is just a backup business for when we eventually can't do videos online anymore. We have to run a mall to try to stay alive.
It's so weird that you brought that up just now, because I had people spamming Qs in my chat earlier, and they just kept subbing names like the letter before R, the letter, like it was really weird. I don't even know why it started, but yeah, that was very strange. I had like a moment of like deja vu just now. That was crazy.
People are telling us to bring up Murder Jim, but we can't bring up Murder Jim without Steven.
Yeah, no, he's really the one that brings it all together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next month for sure.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to say we promise, because you know that's just, we can't promise much of anything.
We can't promise anything about Steven. That's the thing.
Truth. Goodness me.
Remember the going back to like the minimalistic logos thing? Do you remember that April Fool's joke that the Game Grumps did like 5 years ago, where they just rebranded to G?
Oh, that was really good.
And it was like it was just an orange square with like a tiny lowercase g in the bottom right corner, like so small that it was like really blurry.
I unironically kind of liked it.
Dude, like some people have some really, really good April Fool's jokes. Like, I think one of my favorites is it was Jules, actually. He did oh shoot, it was from a Legend of Zelda game, and it was like Night Market, and it's literally silent for 3.5 minutes because there's no sound in the game. So he put that out as a freaking video, and that just made me really happy.
I mean, here's the thing: there is sound. It's the sound of all the dogs running around in the Night Market.
Exactly. So there was no music. So how was he supposed to do a cover of it?
Well, it's just got to put microphones. Well, this is probably before he got Marnie, but just put microphones next to Marnie's feet.
True.
I love doing April Fool's stuff like that. My April Fool's joke this year was to make a VTuber avatar of my logo.
Nice.
To be fair, that was great.
Really great idea.
It was yeah, no, I used it recently because I was like, I don't feel like being on camera today, so I'm just gonna bring on I was playing Super Monkey Ball. I just brought on the VTuber logo.
That is why I'm
amazing.
getting one made, because I want to do a lot more gaming content here in the future, and like I'm really excited for that. And Erica's getting one too, so she'll be able to like play games again, especially with like Endwalker coming out, like Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker. Like she's gonna be playing the frick out of that. So, but yeah, because I don't like being on camera while I'm playing games. Is that weird? Because I'll be on camera and like jump around while I'm on a drum kit. Well, like. I don't know. It's just strange to me. You know,
I'm self-conscious.
It makes sense.
I'm self-conscious about how I look on camera when I do it because I know, like, the entire time, like, I'm like half-lidded. My mouth is slightly slack if I'm not talking.
Yeah.
My face twitches while I'm gaming, so like I get it.
I bite my lip a lot when I'm really focusing.
I look like I'm having a bit of a stroke.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, so yes, it's not uncommon to be self-conscious of yourself playing games on camera.
So I think it's like not so much the self-consciousness. I think it's I feel like I'm working if I'm on camera, and like I don't do very many gaming extra gaming streams because of the fact I'm already streaming 4 days a week, and I do like, you know, the drumming thing. So it's like if I am on but I'm not on camera, because like whenever I was out in what was it, San Diego, I ended up doing some Power Wash Simulator, and I wasn't on camera or anything, and I had a freaking blast. It was so nice to like not have to be emotive like on cast for once. And
yeah,
it was the first time in a long time I did gaming content without a camera, and it was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to get the avatar now, because frick, this is so much nicer for gaming. Now, of course, drumming you have to be on camera, and I love doing that. But for gaming, it's just different for me, and it's very strange.
I get that.
Try to like I know like VTuber Studio has presets, and I'm not saying like stream with them, but just kind of like try to get a feel for it, because the camera is still on you, and you do kind of have to have like some semblance of like,
oh yeah,
good body coordination in order to keep it from just sort of like listing in some way.
Yeah, I've been playing around with it, and I really like the program. It's actually freaking ridiculous.
Which one are you using?
Oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it now.
I use VTube Studio.
Yeah, that's the one that I've been looking into. But yeah, like, and I've been looking up all the stuff online, like how to use it and everything. The only problem is that you have to have the actual model made before you can really get into it. In my personal opinion, but
that's our biggest hurdle right now. Brooke really wants to get into VTubing and stuff, and she's got like a whole design ready and everything, which it just costs a lot to get it made and put together and everything. That's like the biggest hurdle for me right now.
The other thing too is that like you have to make sure that there's room to compensate for portions that may move like out of the way. Like it's more than just a 2D drawing. There are layers to it that need to be like exposed. Yeah. Which was probably the top face is a fairly simple thing, but that was a challenge trying to get everything together for that to make it work. You know, I managed to I made the model myself, but I commissioned somebody to rig it for me, and they did a really good job at it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I should have my model within the next month or two, depending.
Oh, nice.
And I'm very excited. Erica's is basically 75% done. Just needs to finish up on some of the angles, and we are all set with her. But she's getting hers first because I made her a promise. So,
I'm also, at some point I'm considering upgrading from the Tom model to something else. And people have often told me, "What do you mean upgrading? The Tom model is perfection."
Yeah.
You're really downgrading there, Tom.
You've doomed yourself into a corner, kind of like I have. It's just like, if you can't do anything but that Tom face, and if I ever do one, can't do anything other than Rosa.
Yeah.
Listen, we'll compromise. I'll switch between the two of them.
You'll say today's an HD day, and you'll just show the HD Tom model. Like, no, today's like an 8-bit day. We're going.
And what if I do one where it's like today's an HD day, and I Photoshop the Tom model to be really detailed?
Just add the shaders, you'll be good.
Like
That's
super
perfect.
realistic textures, like it's got skin and like everything, but it's just the shape of the Tom face.
Yeah, it'd be like
Real
it's like the
eyes.
guy who makes the photorealistic models of like cartoon and video game characters.
Yeah, exactly. That's like super unsettling.
The closest I've come to that is making that 3D Tom face, which there's only the one image of it because I didn't save the 3D model file for it. But I've gotten so much use out of that one image to the point where this past Halloween, what I did for my profile picture was I took that 3D model and just put it into Photoshop and used the content aware scaling to see what it would make of it and just popped it back into Twitter.
Oh God.
It got weird.
Yeah, content aware is the good kind of curse though. At that that freaking is my jam of comedy. It's just like whenever something's like getting louder and louder and then the content scale just like gets closer and closer, it's all like jammed up. That crap makes me laugh so hard. I love
There was
that.
one of there's like this among like Steven's friend group there was like this picture of their friend Thomas with Alex and Haley's dog, and that might be that one, but I can't remember. But Haley put that photo into the content aware, and it is great. I don't remember exactly what they call the I don't remember exactly what they call those, like square dog or something like that. It's the same picture with the Daytona thing that Steven did, yeah, where basically like Steven just turned them into the Canadians from South Park to sing the Daytona theme. although Haley was not amused with the fact that that's in order to make their dog talk, Steven had to basically break the dog's neck.
Oh God. Oh God.
I feel like I've heard you talk about this before.
I think it was in a previous
Yeah, because I remember specifically going, "Oh God!" Like,
this sounds familiar and wait,
slightly disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh man.
All right, so Josh, I put it together. This
up?
what just watch the stream here. Might take a couple seconds. This was what I was originally going to put in for you, and I was gonna do that, and then I was gonna try to draw in some eyes. I was gonna try to find some googly eyes, but I couldn't find it at the time, so I was just gonna do swap the color around. There we go. So like
Now that is a minimalistic logo I can get behind.
Beautiful. That's exactly. That's probably where those are, right?
Hang on, I can't see it yet. One sec. Hold on. Let me just watch this.
I think that's roughly where the eye goes.
Eyebrow. Please give it an eyebrow.
You look
There.
so spooked. Like,
There. I'm sorry. I'm not good at art.
give him like
I'm
a
a-
tiny smile.
Fish.
To those of you listening to the audio podcast,
That may be a little too big of a smile. Hang on. Let's fix that. There we go.
to those of you listening,
There
to
we
the
go.
audio
Perfect.
podcast,
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
What John did for this was put in a profile of Groose into Photoshop and just like pretty much like just make an outline of it to kind of match what our characters look like on here. And then drew an eye and eyebrow and a smile on, and it. Oh my God, it's incredible.
His little tiny smile. I love it so much.
He went from
Thank
looking
you.
scared, like just the additional facial features, really like brought the look together. Because he went from looking scared to concerned to what the hell's going on.
Pretty content. He's like, all right, I'm cool with this. Sorry, audio listeners, but man, you gotta imagine it in this situation.
Sometimes you gotta watch it live.
Yep.
Or the VOD.
Someone in the chat said that Josh's silhouette looks like a Chad, and there's a fun fact about that Chad and Virgin meme.
What's that?
Chad's head in that meme is shaped like the country of Chad.
Really?
I forgot about that. That's true.
So somebody pointed it out, and the creator of it said, "Yeah, that's actually where I got the idea. I just traced the country of Chad to make it look like him."
Oh my God.
That's incredible. Well,
Wow.
I mean, it's not too far off. Maybe I am a Chad. Who's to say?
Groose is the chaddest of chads. Like
He is.
like tell me I'm wrong.
He definitely
Like,
is.
overlay Chad's head onto the country of Chad. You'll see.
I love Chad. Chad's going crazy. Like, freak off.
Chad is shaped like a Chad.
That's great.
Well done. Good job, John.
Like a
You did
Chad.
Thank
My
you. I'm
brother
proud of
is
myself.
Chad. Yep, there you go.
Look, it looks just like all the other ones there. It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like it fits in perfectly.
And the best part is, this is all running in Paint right now, so I can, if I want to change anything whenever I want, I can just be like, all right, here, give you some little green coloring there.
This
Cheek.
this reminded me of something in Brett's D&D campaign. One of the characters is one of the players is Krendor, and he drew his own character. I'll send it to you in the disco only chat.
What are you doing?
I'll put it in the guest
Give you a
chat.
little rosy cheek.
There he is.
Oh my god.
That's kind of what the
Wow.
what Jeps's profile reminds me of.
Also, is that the square dog that Dan just posted?
Yeah, Dan posted
Oh
the
my-
square dog in the chat. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great.
it was a different photo entirely, but yeah, square dog.
Square dog.
Skag Zag is the name of the character, and it's just that's the official art for Skag Zag. Whereas all the other ones are like beautiful art commissioned by other people or like drawn by artists. Krendo's like, I'm doing it myself.
Absolutely. Oh goodness.
Oh, do I have a little cheek now? I have a little cheek.
Yeah, you got a little cheek. Oh, I
Yeah,
got covered
yeah,
up though because
blush
I'm doing art. So.
Oh god.
Or Scab.
No,
Scab.
no. Ew.
Skags, like those things from Borderlands.
Yeah.
Skags.
Dude.
Young man Jepsen.
Because he's not grandpa.
Like how Manatee is Scooby-Doo.
I'm still processing how I somehow ended up being Fred.
Wait, am I freaking?
And I would have.
You're Daphne.
You're Daphne.
You're Daphne, and Dan is Velma.
Why am I Daphne?
You probably fit Daphne the best out of the four, unless you think you fit Fred better.
I was gonna
No,
say
absolutely not.
they probably might have just run out of roles because I don't think you were gonna get the Shaggy role with the way I look.
No, you were locked in on that.
definitely- Yeah, no, you're definitely Shaggy. I would have taken Velma 100%. Like Velma's like my favorite character in that show. So,
I think
like,
most people's favorite character is Velma, if not Scooby and Shaggy.
dude,
I like,
you?
I
Oh,
like
Brad.
Mystery. I like Mystery Incorporated Velma, where she's very like dry and sarcastic.
Yeah, she's great in that. That dude, freaking on Twitter this Halloween, like there were so many people that were dressing up as Velma for Halloween that it was actually trending.
Wow.
Like it was so like everybody was dressing up as Velma. I'm like, holy frick, okay. Like that's nutty.
You guys ever seen, or maybe not seen, but heard of the Scooby-Doo episode of Supernatural?
I have
heard
heard
of.
of it. I don't know anything about Supernatural, so I never saw that episode. But
Basically, they're chasing like they chase a haunted ghost into a TV that puts him in an old episode of Scooby-Doo.
that's
And like and like I'm trying to think, like Dean is like really into it, and he's like, we can't tell them about like the supernatural stuff. Like they are pure. We need to keep them pure.
Dude, I loved Supernatural. I watched like the first 4 seasons. I was super into it. And then I kind of fell off, but that is such a fun show. Like, I think my favorite episode is the Lucky Rabbit's Foot episode, where just like Dean just he has the Lucky Rabbit's Foot, and he ends up like throwing a pencil into the muzzle of the guy's gun so it doesn't go off, and he gives him that like crap-eating grin. He's like like that, and then kicks him. It's like there's so many good spots in that episode. I love it. Whoops, sorry if y'all heard my chair creaking. It wasn't me, I promise.
That Scooby-Doo episode though ends with the Scooby-Doo gang like figuring out that like ghosts and whatnot do exist, and they have like a miniature meltdown pretty much, where like Velma's like, oh my god, it's all true, and Fred's like, we've been hunting real estate agents when I could have been killing Dracula. and Daphne like has an existential crisis over the concept of heaven and hell, and Shaggy's like, we tried to tell you every single time. We tried to tell you,
dude. Oh god.
There's a lot of lore behind like the whole thing with Scooby-Doo being real monsters versus like just people. And there's like this weird, like almost timeline split in the Scooby-Doo. If you want to
the Scooby-Doo-verse.
You want to go down the Scooby-Doo like rabbit hole here, but there's one episode where they like go into like this virtual world or whatever.
Oh, Cyber Chase,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. And that is a really great representation of the two different sides, where like in the game they're all like real monsters, and it's also, you could look and see the designs of all the characters, Shaggy and Scooby and all that, look like the old cartoon episodes in which there were real monsters, and so they sort of like brushed it off as like, oh, all that probably happened in like another virtual world.
There were never real monsters in the old Scooby-Doo. It was always like crooked land developers.
Yes and no, because there was I want to say that there was one season where Shaggy was wearing a red shirt instead of a green shirt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Red shirt Shaggy is in the universe where monsters are real.
Yeah. There was, because he ends up going to like, what was it, like the ghoul school or whatever it was?
I can't remember
something like that. He yells at a bunch of ghosts and gets really mad. That was angry Shaggy.
Well, there was, because I remember there was like the mini like Frankenstein. There was like the mini Frankenstein monster and the mini mummy and like the mini ghost, the mini vampire, and they were all like students at the ghoul school that Shaggy, I guess, was like the janitor at or something.
Dude, the Ghoul School episode, that is my absolute favorite episode. Or technically, I think it was it a movie or an episode?
Out.
I think it was a series.
Okay, yeah, because like the Ghoul School, like the kids, the monster kids were the most fun characters ever. I also really liked Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island too.
Yeah, I think that was, well, no, I was gonna say that was their first. That was the entire gang's first encounter with the occult.
Yeah, with the occult.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, like that was like the first time where there were actual stakes.
Oh, you were right. Ghoul School was a movie.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, no, like I felt like that was the first time that actual stakes were involved in a Scooby-Doo story, because it's always like, oh man, Jenkins, you know, but this is like, oh my God, these are like cat creatures. They're killing people, you know? It's holy frick. But, and it gave us the banger Terror Time again. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that.
I think there was one that was produced shortly after that where like, I think like Shaggy was like falling in love with somebody, and like there was this whole thing about like Area 51 and aliens, and the girl that Shaggy was in love with turned out to be an alien.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
there's also some like, I don't know if it's fan theories or if like it's actually part of the lore, but there's also the thing saying that Scooby is actually an alien. And that's why he like can talk and stuff, and like he's all weird and shit. Huh. I think it might be a fan theory, but still.
Dude, like, so I did not very much enjoy Scooby-Doo as a show, especially like the older ones, because it was the same thing every time. There was a same thing, chase sequence, and boom, they do it. But the movies up the ante, like hardcore, and I was very happy with that. Like that was my favorite stuff.
You know, like the first live action Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh my God! Now I will say say that they got the perfect guy to play Shaggy in that movie.
Yeah,
no doubt.
100%.
I mean, he's the guy now who is the voice of Shaggy, right?
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
He's the new voice of Shaggy, so it kind of worked out for him.
Rest in peace, Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh God.
But like, I will say though, in regards to the live action Scooby-Doo movie, the stakes were high.
They were definitely. Also, Shaggy Doo can eat a behind, man. I can't stand Shaggy Doo.
Scrappy?
Scrappy Doo, sorry, not Shaggy Doo. I like
Shaggy Doo. The fusion between Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
Shaggy Doo. Wait, what was his cousin's name?
You should dance with me and get a taste of Ultra Instinct.
Oh man. Dude, okay, I actually love the fact that Ultra Instinct Shaggy is actually a thing.
Oh yeah, that
Because,
one
like, with the-
WB intro.
Yeah, the WB intro shows him as freaking Ultra Instinct Shaggy, and I'm like, yes. But yeah, I was not a very big fan of Scrappy Doo. Like, he drove me nuts back in the cartoon and in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, not Shaggy Doo, chat. Sorry, I'm tired. Okay. Yeah, Scooby Dum. I freaking loved Scooby Dum as a character. He was just so much fun. It was like his cousin or something. It was
What?
Yeah.
Scooby
Yeah, there was
Dum?
it was Scooby Dum, just DUM. It was like a white Great Dane
Yep.
with like a hat and buck teeth and like whiskers.
And every time
What the hell?
every time he would find like a clue, he'd be like, dum 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 dum. And it's like the funniest crap ever. I love that.
Oh my
for some reason,
God.
I remember like when they meet each other for the first time, they do like a little like a little like do-si-do, and Scooby-Doo's like Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and Scooby-Dum is like Scooby-Dooby-Dum. Like,
Yes. I love Scooby Dum. He's
Here's
great.
Scooby Dum for those watching
How have I
the
never
video
seen
version.
this?
yeah,
Oh, my
Scooby-Dum.
childhood, dude. Holy frick. He's literally Scooby Doo, just a little bit
That's
dumber.
crazy.
Love the buck teeth on him, man. It's great.
Yep.
He's like a mixture of a Dalmatian and a Great Dane.
Great
It looks
Dane,
like.
yeah.
Huh.
Well, that explains why they're
Great
cousins.
Dalmatian.
He's one of he's a mutt.
Oh, Tom. Rick. Oh man.
I see my
Meanwhile,
icon
Scooby-Doo's got a
has
pedigree.
evolved.
Right.
Yeah, you got your hair, you got your goatee.
I don't. Oh my God, this is slowly turning into Josh this whole time.
It's actually working out very well.
It looks good. It looks good, John.
Meanwhile,
All
the
right,
rest of us are just.
what else do I need to add?
The rest of us are just impressed by the fact that he has more colors than just blue.
Yeah, right.
Come on, it's like the Rooster Teeth animated adventures where all those were done in blue, and then at one point they did like one that was more like scripted and wasn't just based off like the podcast or whatever. And the producer was like going behind the scenes and be like, whoa, what is this, red? That color exists? It's like, no, it's the only paint that we had, sir. No, get blue. We're getting blue.
I have not watched anything from Rooster Teeth in a little while.
Same.
They-
It
they've
was the
been-
last thing I watched. I'm behind on that.
Like they've been just working. Well, I mean, other than like the internet stuff, like they've been doing Ruby mostly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What about that
I can't
Mecha
remember-
series that they were also putting out?
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I know that got renewed for a second season.
Oh, that's good.
Like
I'm
they're
really
so,
glad
they're Genlock. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really glad they're doing well because like Ruby kind of like exploded for them, and that was really good.
Yep.
Now, I mean, like they had like Red versus Blue and all their other stuff too, and that rhymed. But like, yeah, that was where I first learned about them was Red versus Blue, and specifically a Christmas episode of Red versus Blue, and that crap. That oh man, that was one of my favorite videos.
I don't know what or if they're still doing Red versus Blue, but yeah, I mean that was always going to be a thing that eventually was not going to be their main thing, right? Like, and I'm so glad that like Ruby
it's
ended up
evolved.
taking off as much as it did, just because of all the story behind it and with Monty and everything, and it's just like it's really I'm really glad to see how well that did for them, honestly.
So Red versus Blue pretty much got to the point where having like the original cast was kind of getting stale. So they changed up the formula a little bit. Like they did a couple of prequel series, and then and now they've just kind of moved on to other stuff that still takes place in that universe.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The fact that they're still doing it is actually surprising to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they've been around for a long while. Like it was actually
All
funny
right.
because like the other day I was playing a song. I can't remember what song it was, but it was released in 2011, and I remembered listening to that song way before I started doing stuff like online, and it always kind of blows my mind that I've like only been doing this for like 6 years, right? And just getting to re-experience stuff like through streaming that I enjoyed back whenever I was in like high school and also in college. That's such a fun thing for me because I'm such a nostalgia like addict. I'm like critic. Like I freaking I love finding stuff from like my childhood back, like just randomly getting suggested to me. Like that's so much fun.
Yeah. Like that YouTube algorithm where it's like, oh, this was posted 7 years ago and it has 1,000 views. Well, guess what? I guess it's relevant now. what was I gonna say?
There's Shaggy Doo.
Someone
waiting for
photoshopped
reaction.
Shaggy's hair on a Scooby Doo.
Honestly, waiting for reactions if I didn't say anything.
Shaggy's hair on a Scooby Doo is Shaggy Doo. Dan's asking what we did for Halloween.
Where are you?
What did we do for Halloween?
Yeah,
What did we do? I was Luigi.
I was funny. I was Mario.
Oh, wow. Well,
I didn't
what's
stream
up,
or anything,
bro?
but I took Manatee to the park dressed kind of as Mario.
Yeah, I just wore a Luigi hat. I don't think I did anything else. I had a superstar on my green shirt, so that was close.
I wore the only red T-shirt I have. I don't have overalls, so I wore jeans. And I got a pair of Tanuki ears and a Tanuki tail from the New York City launch of Super Mario 3D Land, so I wore that with a Mario hat.
Oh, that's great.
God!
Oh no!
There's your hyper realistic, photorealistic Tom.
Oh,
face.
that's a creepy pasta and a half right there.
Steel,
Oh my God, I thought
Steel,
hang on. I thought the hair was wood for a second.
Steel, I hope you know I have to take that and make that my icon for next Halloween, right?
Oh, that's horrifying.
God,
Jesus.
it's the hyper realistic Tom where it's really it's just like replacing text, like the parts that are normally coloring with textures. Like this, the skin looks weird. It looks like a wall, drywall.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Well done.
Holy cow!
There you go. There's your Halloween costume idea for the next year.
It's just a Tom face.
Just you, but hyper realistic.
Realistic
Oh
Tom
man. My God. But yeah, no. In terms of what I did for Halloween, I took Manatee to the park. Then I went out and got full-size candy bars to give out, and I don't know if I bought enough, but I don't think there are many trick-or-treaters that came around to my area. So I did end up running out, aside from the one that I ate. And then I took Manatee up for a walk around the neighborhood to see everybody's Halloween decorations.
Yeah, every time I plan on doing something like giving out candy for Halloween, like we only ever get like one ever. So
Yeah.
I stopped doing that because every time I buy candy and then I'm just fat a month later. I've just eaten every candy. My teeth are falling out of my head. Like I just.
Well, brush your teeth at least, Jesus.
All right. Well,
No.
I mean, you eat how many candy bars you gonna eat every day, and you're still gonna have some issues.
You still
If you
gotta
don't-
take
if you don't-
care of yourself.
If you don't brush your teeth every day, you end up like hyper realistic Tom Fox.
Brush
You
and
might
floss
as well
twice
have
a
edited
day.
that to have jaundice in some way.
Oh my God. John, what did you do for Halloween?
I dressed up as Weird Al and gave out candy to trick-or-treaters.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that on Twitter. That was a really good outfit.
Really
I didn't see the
I love
outfit.
it. The outfit is perfect. Like you look just
Here,
like,
let me get it up and pop it
just
up on
like
the
Weird
stream.
Al. It's great. It was really good.
I was just gonna pull up your Twitter.
I mean, I can just pop it.
You
up on
can show
screen.
it off too. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's the
Favorite
wrong one.
Weird
There we
Al
go.
song.
Hardware store.
Your horoscope for the day.
God damn it, that was my answer.
Hardware store is really good.
Hardware store followed by Albuquerque.
Albuquerque's probably my favorite. But as a runner-up, I like Polkamon.
Ooh,
Bohemian
you know what?
Polka.
I take mine back. I like Amish Paradise.
That's a good one too.
That was
That's a
pretty good.
classic.
Yeah, hardware store is my absolute favorite though. Like, without a doubt, dude, you look just like him. Like, goodness.
So good.
I love it.
So good, dude. Well
So
done.
restyled my hair. That was her glasses I was wearing at that point, and I could only open my eyes for the pictures because her prescription is really strong. So I
Oh,
was
yeah.
it actually hurt to open my eyes with them on. So for
Yep.
answer trick or treaters, just wore my normal glasses. But yeah, like only like 3 or 4 people were like, "Yeah, you mixed the 2 styles of Al. You notice that?" Because I'm like, I kept the mustache and the glasses, but the hair was his current hairstyle. Because
okay.
yeah, in like the 90s, he got rid of the mustache and glasses and got like either contacts or LASIK.
Huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was gonna do that for stream originally. I was gonna wear it on Fortune Cookie on Saturday, and the shirt for some reason I had forgotten to order it, so I ordered it late. And even though it was like 2 or 3 days out, I couldn't get an order in of a Hawaiian shirt until Halloween. For some reason, there was just it was just like a weird like hiccup like that. even though it was coming through Amazon. So it showed up actually during Saturday night's stream, but I couldn't get it ready. Did it for Halloween, and it worked pretty good. I understand why he wears Hawaiian shirts now. Those things are really comfy.
Oh yeah.
You also had a little incident with a cat during Halloween.
Oh God, yeah, the damn cat. Yeah,
That's
so
all the tweets.
Bagel the day before, so on Saturday, he started a fight with one of the neighbors' cats on their property. So we were like, okay, we'll keep him in to keep him because he's starting fights at other cats' places, so we can't do that. So we kept him in, and he was freaking out, constantly meowing, like causing trouble as much as he could. And then the next day, while trick-or-treaters were showing up, he kept running away when he heard the doorbell. But after like the 4th or 5th doorbell ring, he's like, maybe I can take this as an advantage. So he ran out when there was a bunch of trick-or-treaters at the door. But they all knew who he was. So like, oh, hi, Bagel, as he ran off into like the fucking driveway of our neighbor.
Nice.
Damn.
They're like, oh, hi, Bagel. You're like, no!
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty accurate.
I'm glad that Blue is he's a home cat, but we had the windows open the other day for the first time because it's actually nice down here now, and God, he was so overstimulated like all day long. He was just like, oh God, oh yes, there's stuff outside of these 4 walls, like just kind of freaking out. But nah, he's never been an outdoor cat. Like if he goes outside, he just like flops on his side and does nothing. Like we tried like putting him on a leash and taking him for a walk, and he was just like, just falls over. Doesn't want to do anything.
Him along.
Yeah, like we weren't able to get him off the front porch. He's just like, nah, put me back inside, bro. I'm done. I don't want anything to do with this.
So you basically gave him the outdoor experience without actually having to go outdoors.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, like Halloween for me was kind of like home ended up going back home that day, so we went out for lunch, and then I came back home and passed out Halloween candy as my bunny avatar, because I have like a bunny hoodie and whatnot. So I just did that.
It sounded like you just said you came home and passed out, and that was it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I mean, no, passed out candy.
No, I get it. I get it now.
Yeah,
Came home.
Halloween, good night.
Good night.
I'm done. Yeah, I ate too much of the candy. That's why I passed out. But yeah, no.
I woke up in Squid Game.
Oh God. So there was actually a really cool moment while I was passing out the candy.
God, I still think you're saying you're passing out.
I'm just gonna stop there next time I say that. While I am passing out the candy, there was a guy who came up and he's like, he was like super shy, but then he came up and was like, hey, you're 8-bit drummer, right? And I'm like, yeah. So he started talking to me about like streaming while I was passing out candy to other kids and stuff. And he was like super cool because he was trying to get into like streaming as well. And he was like, man, it's so weird to have like a he used the words big shot streamer, which made me laugh really hard in the neighborhood. And I'm like, yeah.
Did you say big shot?
Yeah, that's why it was making me laugh, because all I could think about was Spamton. But yeah, oh my God, what are you doing now? The glasses look great. But no, it was a really good Halloween, like legit.
What are you doing to my face, John?
Making you a big shot.
Apparently.
Making you a big shot.
Oh yeah, no.
So
okay.
Somebody in the chat said, so Jared is narcoleptic. I used to be a long time ago, actually, but I actually grew out of it, thank God. In high school and college, I was slightly narcoleptic, like not just because of the fact that I was in class and I was bored out of my freaking mind, but yeah, I've fallen asleep while driving before, and I made sure to fix that. So
just imagine you on stream.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I grew out of that. Let me tell you what, there ain't nothing scarier than freaking like passing out. Not passing out the candy, but like passing out behind the wheel of a car. That is, and like I hit the curb and it woke me up. So I'm really glad that I went right instead of left. So that only happened once, and then I went to the doctor because I was like, hey,
That's not good.
This almost got me killed.
this isn't good. And then like basically he I can't remember if it was a long time ago. I can't remember if he put me on like a prescription for like a month or something, but he gave me some exercises on like stuff, and he was like, "You need to do better sleeping wise." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying." That's why I do think I'm narcoleptic.
Lack of sleep will mess you up too.
Oh yeah,
That's
it really will.
It's really bad. Like you can start having hallucinations and stuff, and like that's not cool, man.
In high school and college, like I barely got any sleep because like I had to go to school super early and then super late for college, and then I want to play games and stuff. I had no time to do anything, so I was always working.
This is someone's fan character. You've combined Josh Jepson Gruce's Spamton into one character.
Josh Spamton.
Josh Spamton.
Josh Spam Gruce.
Not gonna lie, I had to look up who Spamton was because I hadn't played Deltarune yet. So
I haven't either, but I mean I've seen enough internet content on him that I'm like, yeah, I know who this is.
Spamton is my absolute
Josh
favorite.
Gruston.
I love the one post that somebody made that Alex Roshan voiced, where it was like,
"Since you all won't stop drawing me with my penis out, I'm turning off the internet."
I'm gonna destroy the internet. Yeah, I freaking love Alex Roshan's stuff, man. He's so
I don't
good.
know if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Roshan is how
Roshan.
I believe.
All right, Roshan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roshan.
I freaking love it.
I think I want to say he posted that the day that Facebook went down.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Well, that's because we were finally free on the internet. That's why.
Yeah,
he was right.
Well, free. Master's given Dobby the disconnect. Dobby's free.
I could step away from my computer screen. My eyes have never seen red light. It's all blue.
You pop open the door and you're bleary eyed into the new world, like the episode of The Simpsons where they canceled Itchy and Scratchy.
Oh right, the kids actually go outside.
Yeah, and like it plays that, like I can't remember what the song is called, but it basically plays like that classical music. And just like and it like pans over and it's like the people on the swings, they're playing hopscotch, like Nelson's painting a fence like Tom Sawyer.
Huh. Dude, I haven't watched that much Simpsons, so I wouldn't be able to remember it.
That's an old episode. That's a really old one.
Yeah, that's like season 3, 4.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Simpsons never really caught on for me. I was more of a Futurama fanboy though. I loved Futurama so
Futurama's
much.
so good.
Futurama is really good, but I think like The Simpsons is like. I guess I'm trying to think here in terms of this. Like I'm assuming you try to get into The Simpsons at around the same time that Futurama was out, right?
Oh well, I never really tried to get into The Simpsons. It's just
Okay.
it's never been a thing.
It never clicked with you.
For me. No, but I remember when the first episode of Futurama came out, and I was watching it at my granddad's place. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna love this freaking show. Like I just knew it because like it came. I think it was like on Fox or something like that. Yeah, and it was like a big deal because it was a new show made by the creators of The Simpsons, and I'm just like, oh well, whatever. And then the episode plays, and I'm like, oh frick yeah, dude, this is exactly what I want.
I think it got 2, maybe 3 seasons on Fox before it was canceled. Then they started showing it on Adult Swim late at night, and then it got so popular that Comedy Central was like, "Hey, we'll take this."
Yeah, and they did like another season, maybe 1 or 2, I can't remember, but
I think there were 5 total.
There were. I thought there were 4 seasons of Future. Are we talking Futurama or Family Guy? Because both happened the exact same way.
Yeah.
We're talking about Futurama.
Yeah, Futurama I think had 4 seasons and then was gone for a couple years, and then it was Comedy Central brought it back for I think 2 seasons.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then there were the movies as well.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, the new seasons were okay. Like I was glad they brought it back. Like it didn't have the same like crazy magic as the first couple seasons, but it was still pretty darn good. I couldn't say too much bad stuff about it.
All right, so everyone's gonna hate me for reminding them of this, but like Jurassic Park is the best episode of Futurama.
Dude, oh my god, I bawled my eyes out on that episode, dude. Like I was just like frick, because like it came about like a little while after like I had lost my childhood dog.
Oh,
So
man.
I was just like,
no.
I'm like, Charlie, no, my freaking God.
Oh no.
That was the worst time ever for that episode to come out. And it like, it did remind me though of like all the good times that I had with Charlie, but it was just still like, oh God. What was the dog's name? I can't remember the dog's
Seymour.
name. Seymour, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, because he was delivering a pizza to Seymour Butts,
Oh, yeah.
and it turned out to be a prank. So he found the dog, gave the dog the pizza, and was like, "If anyone asks, your name is Seymour."
Yep.
But like, or
That's right.
Seymour asses. That's right.
Seymour asked. Yeah.
But like that episode is so good. It hits all the comedic points.
Yeah.
Professor Lava Hot.
That's the same episode? What?
Yes. Yep. Because they're talking about because Bender had just thrown the fossil Fry's dog into the lava, and like they're trying to like discuss like who should go in to try to get it, and the professor's like, "Are you kidding me? It's lava."
I think that my favorite episode of Futurama ever was the Tales of Interest episode.
Those are good. Yeah.
Yeah. Like any of those are great. You've watched it. You can't unwatch
Watch
it.
it. Love that.
Oh man, I love that crap.
So that's what life would be like if I invented the thing longer. A man can dream. A man can dream.
I'm pretty sure
God.
I've talked about this on Disc Only before, but the episode where Bender becomes human
Yes!
Oh, God.
is so funny.
My favorite line from that is like it's so disgusting, but it's when he's like super overweight and he pulls at the sandwich from under his folds and goes, "You like grilled cheese?" It's so good. It's so gross, but it's so good.
Dude, all of the whenever he was dead after the party and he just kept going, woo, that is the funniest crap. It's like, it's not, he's dead. That was just the sound of the air escaping from the folds of his fat. Woo, woo. I know. And before anybody says, I know I've talked about this on cast before, on Disc Only before, but man, God, that's my favorite episode ever.
The video game What If episode was good too.
Ooh.
It's we probably talked about that before because they turned that It's Saturday Night shtick into what is it? Somebody modded that into, I think it was Blaze Blue for
Blaze
the
Blue.
opener. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Saturday night. I've got no date, a 2-liter bottle of Shasta, and my All Rush mixtape. Let's rock.
Dude, and like, you know what's funny about that episode is actually whenever I was watching that show, I had not really found a lot of really good music in my life. And I actually became a fan of Rush because of that episode. Just
Dude,
the
Rush
small,
is good.
because
Rush
like
is real good.
Oh well, yeah, one of the best for sure. And it was funny though because I had never heard Tom Sawyer before, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds wonderful, actually." So I went and found it, and then I went and found like all of Rush's stuff, and I was just hooked after that. So I have Futurama to thank for me liking Rush. Like, it's freaking awesome.
Tom Sawyer, Limelight, Fly By Night.
YYZ,
Yeah.
dude, YYZ is so fun but so hard to play on drums, man. Oh my god.
I mean, isn't that why it's like max difficulty on Rock Band?
Well, yeah. Well, you know what's funny is Rock Band is the reason why I'm able to play that song on real drums. That and Panic Attack by Dream Theater, because I played that so freaking much, and it actually kind of translates to real drums. It just you have more of them to hit.
Before you take that picture away, John,
I'll put it back.
It's like a pencil drawing on paper of us like preparing for the podcast, but I don't know, is it like the watermark of the paper? It's like it looks like we're at like a hotel doing a panel.
Oh no, so I think that's just like a heating duct cover, because I've got a heating duct cover that looks exactly like that. So they probably had it on the table and they just happened to draw on that.
Okay.
It still looks
That's
like we're
great.
doing a panel just because that looks like the wallpaper of like a hotel.
Oh, it kind of does, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Remember conventions.
Yeah, I'm
Dude.
good.
I am looking forward to getting back into it for sure.
What's
Like,
your next con, you guys?
Mag.
We wanted to do Mag, but part of us is like it might still be too early. I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever con I do
too.
next, I do not want to do as a panelist. I want to do as just someone who's going.
Going to vibe. Yeah, I get that.
I'm
It's a lot
planning.
of stress to put together those panels.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing that just to go as like a vacation. But if like I was asked by a buddy of mine to be on a panel with him, as long as I'm not putting together the panel, I am more than happy to be on one because I put together a panel once. One time at Con Bravo, I will never do that again because it was stressful as balls.
Organizing
my
that-
God.
Yeah, I wonder what that feels like.
Listen, John,
hard.
look, you play to your strengths hardcore. I can't do that.
That doesn't mean I still like it.
Well, you do put on a good show, but all I'm saying, I could not do that. Like, I have such respect for anybody who's able to put on something like that. Like, good God. Throne Controllers is definitely one of the most fun panels that I've gone to, though. Like, straight up.
Agreed. It's been amazing to watch you guys like
Yeah.
grow and see where it's gone over the years for sure. Because I remember like not the first one, but the second. I remember the second one.
Yeah, the better one
The first
of the
one.
two.
What's that? The better one of
the
the
better
two?
one of the two.
Imagine
The
after some
first
practice.
Throne Controllers, they didn't have the tech that we needed that we requested, so we started a half hour late as I tried to jury rig something on the fly to work for what we had.
Oh no.
So we were half hour late starting with a room of 800 people, something like that.
Wow.
The show, it was originally more like Nick Arcade because it was based off of Bonsai Arcade. So it was like there were two teams of 4 competing and they moved around an actual board to try to get to the end.
Wow.
And we had to skip most of the board because we had lost a half hour of the panel. And then we went right to the end. The final countdown starts playing. Like there's all this dramatic build up. Like, okay, we're going to end with Pong. And then my computer crashes.
No.
I watched that on YouTube. Like,
Yeah,
I watched that whole
I remember
thing.
that. I remember seeing that on YouTube.
Womp 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 womp.
I was
yeah.
gonna say that the next convention I was gonna go to is PAX South, but then somebody in the chat was like, "Rip PAX South."
Yeah, PAX South
know.
got like canceled like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the reason I want to go there is because like I'm trying to save up money for a house, so I can't travel right now.
Yeah.
Not only they're canceling PAX South, it sounds like it is just not going to be a thing at all for the foreseeable future. That's what they said in their announcement. They're like, it's not even going to be a thing. We're not planning another one right now. Is kind of what they assumed. So I don't know,
Yeah.
man. That's too
Like
bad.
it's like the only excuse I have to go to San Antonio.
I know.
I mean, I always
Like-
heard it was like the smallest turnout out of like the 5 PAXs.
It is, yeah. It's a very the one time I went there was very small, but
Which honestly makes that
which is a
better.
really good thing when you're an attendee.
Yeah.
Because PAX is always way too packed. It's always way too paxed.
I knew you were gonna say that too. I knew it. Like that's why I kind of like Con Bravo because it was a little bit of a smaller convention. Like I've never been to PAX South, but like Con Bravo was the smallest convention that I've gone to, and comparatively to like MAG or Momo, like I truthfully like MAG and Momo better, but it was a really interesting experience. Like it just being a lot tinier comparatively.
Between Con Bravo and MomoCon, which one do you suggest that I go to first?
Momo for sure.
Well, yeah, because one's in a different country for starters.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say that's the one thing I
don't
liked
have
about
any
Con
problem
Bravo
going
was
to
that it's the
Canada.
only con that we did in our circuit that was in Canada. So it's just like, oh, I can use my debit card. I can just take money out of an ATM and it just works. It's nice. I know what the prices are without having to convert.
John, it was super fun because we like I remember me and you like talked in front of the elevators for like about 3 hours that one night, and it was just a really fun experience. That was where I did that that panel that was super stressful. I had people threatening to freaking crash my panel and stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? Like I was told that there were going to be people like freaking with me by one of like somebody else outside of the panelists, and I'm like, okay, well, so I ended up like calling security and being like, hey, I need security at my panel because I have people like acting a fool, like they're going to act a fool or whatever. And it was really weird, but I'm glad that nothing actually came out of it. Like people were being really dumb on that convention for the panels. But
Yeah, that must have made it like way more stressful too.
yeah,
Like leading up to it, you're like, are we even gonna have people like?
Yeah,
freaking
well,
the
no,
place out?
like I knew that it was going to be like okayish, like people wise, but they were like, I was told that people were going to come and try to crash my panel, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. So I got in touch with everything. So
did they specify if it was attendees that were going to do that or other guests that knew you?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like it was like a threat, and I'm like, what the frick? And I think the reason why it bothered me the most is because me and Erica were putting on this panel together, and it was like I can't even remember what the panel was now, but it was the first one that me and Erica had ever done together, so it was very special to me. And I had people telling me, hey, people are going to come and frick up your panel. I'm like, all right, I dare y'all. I freaking dare you to try. But yeah, and that's why, like, if I ever do a panel or anything like that, I always just, if somebody invites me, I'll do it. But I'm never doing one of my own ever again. It's not my thing, you know?
Dude, I totally agree. Me and Tyler, we did not one, but 2 of those versus panels. I will never do another one again.
I remember on that one versus panel you guys did, you had that like that wheel of like random stuff that could happen. Yeah. And there was one particular thing on there that was just like constantly getting ignored. So you tried to change the odds to make it more in that favor, and it ended up changing the size of the wheel.
I remember really subtly, and it just changed the size of the while.
So like that wedge took up like 80% of the wheel.
I was like, and I had to tell the audience what was going on. I was like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen, but there it is. We're trying to get that one now.
Oh man,
like it was really funny because like it was very clear from like the audience perspective that you were attempting to do something, but it was unclear as to what, and then the wheel pops up with the one giant green wedge.
I wasn't expecting that. Oh man, the second panel, that was the first panel that happened. The second one was way better, but it was still like, it's still a lot, man. It's still too much.
Yeah, I did a panel at Kineticon. I did the idea at TRG Coliseum as well. Is that Throne Controllers idea, or not Throne Controllers?
Tangled Cords.
Tangled Cords. Thank you. I can't believe I forgot the name of my own damn idea. But yeah, I ran that panel at Kineticon, and I had stress streams about preparing that. And I had to like similar to fortunately it was in the same state I was living in. I just had but I still had to like lug around the suitcase full of equipment to get this to work, and it was a very small panel room. I think it only held like maybe like 150 people, and it was standing room only.
Wow.
So I'm glad that I'm glad it went smoothly. I had somebody there helping me like filming and doing all that jazz. And they just kind of like volunteered themselves. I didn't ask or anything. I was planning on doing the whole thing by myself, but thank God they were there.
I think if I were to ever do another panel, I would just get up on there with my friends and say the funny words instead of trying to do something complicated.
Yeah, it's always a lot easier just doing a panel that's talking about something. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Rather than doing a big old thing, which. Yeah, like and even in my experience, putting together one that was just talking was stressful as frick at a small convention. So once again, I give y'all.
What was your panel about, Jared?
I don't remember, dude. I wish that I could.
I think it was you were like how to be a Twitch streamer. I think you had the Twitch panel.
It was something of that nature, but I literally cannot remember. Like that whole moment was like a blur for me. Because it was like I had so much adrenaline going, and like it's weird that I don't really do that. I don't really get too like worked up about stuff, but just with all the stuff that had went down the 2 days before, you know, and like having to deal with all the extra crap, I just wanted it to go off well, and I think that it did from what I can remember. So yeah. But I have the utmost respect for people who can do like panels like that regularly and do them well, because I'm happy to be a guest.
Yeah, like how you guys are all going on about like, oh man, like I did a panel once or twice and I hated it. And I'm like, Throne Controllers is at panel 28, maybe.
Well, here's the thing. I want to do Tangled Cords again, because like it'll be a lot easier to set up because so many like what do you call them, co-op games are on the Switch now. So I'd only need one system.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, John, don't go from doing panels immediately into making your own video game convention. Don't do that.
Yeah. So yeah, you two are insane for having attempted that and done it like multiple times now. I'm just like, what? No, why? You guys, no.
Listen, we only did it the one time, and I'm not doing it again. Trust me, it's not happening. We did do so. For those of you who don't know, we did versus Expo. Me and Tyler Cedarwall, attacking Toucans, and yeah, it's not. It actually went surprisingly well, and everyone had fun, and nobody died. But it was the most stressful thing I've done in my entire existence.
I could not even imagine that. Like
I have so much experience though from it, so there's a positive.
Like I get overwhelmed at well, not really. I get super hyped up about like meet and greets, let alone a freaking full convention. Like putting that together. Goodness.
Dude, meet and greet's so easy though. It's literally just talking to people.
No, I know, but my problem is I want to talk to everyone and for a long time.
Oh, okay. You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah, well, like that's the problem with me.
You know what the best part about like doing a podcast like this though is that if we ever were to do the podcast as a panel, then we just have to do what we're doing now, just in front of a live audience.
Yeah, and I'm totally down for giving that a try. If we're able to make that happen for sure, but like but like and back to what I was saying before is like I didn't not enjoy it. It's just I'd rather be a guest and not have to like, because I enjoyed every panel I've ever been on, and I'm honored to be on them, but I don't want to put one on. Like that's my thing. I would just rather go
show up, have
smile. Yeah.
People in the chat are saying we're not a live audience. I mean, like an in-person audience, like to the point where I can see.
We can see you guys, but we can't hear you. The audible part of an audience is a significant factor. Doing a show on the internet versus doing a show in front of people in person is so the energy is completely different.
Oh yeah, totally.
You get instantaneous feedback. You can tell when a joke lands or like flops.
Oh god, the worst is when a joke flops and you just have no idea what to do now.
And then it's like, oh my god, especially if it's like if you're just doing something by yourself and the joke flops and there's nobody to pick up the slack.
Oh yeah,
and it's just a long awkward silence and you have to figure out where to go from there.
That's why I like streaming so much, because like if I freak up a joke and if I know it wasn't that funny, I can just be like, please clap. And then, you know, channel like do something funny, because that's the funny part. It wasn't the joke itself. Like I'll just sit there and look awkward, and then I'll do like a really dumb sounding badumtish, like, and I don't even finish it.
There's also the side of it that when you're doing a panel at a convention, yeah, sure, like a lot of people who know who you are going to show up, but some people who do not know who you are will show up because it's on the schedule. They'll just go to the thing. They're like, oh, that looks fun. And they show up in the audience, and then you have no idea. Like, they don't have any idea who you are. And
ooh, you suck.
Yeah. And humor and all this other, you know, so.
And the other thing too is that like is you might be pulling from your bag of references from like your own content, and they have no idea.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it is always so cool though. Like being able to do stuff like that, like just because of the fact that we do stuff online and make silly jokes and freaking do stuff, I'm always blown away that, you know, we get to just have fun kind of doing this and we get to share it with people. Like I love it.
I had a really great experience going on I did the Zelda Universe panel a couple of times, but one particular time I remember coming out of the panel and there were people waiting for us there who wanted to meet us. But they weren't people who knew me as Josh Jepson, the streamer gamer guy. They just knew me as Josh Jepson, the guy who just talked about Zelda in front of them. And so all they wanted to do was talk about Zelda and stuff. And it was such a weird, like, cool experience of, I got to talk to this person who's very excited to meet me and really has no idea who I am. And it's just, we're just talking about Zelda now. And that was such a cool moment. I don't know. It just felt different than my normal interactions with people who do know me at conventions. And I want more of that. I want more just talking about Zelda with random people.
Talking to Zelda.
Talking to Zelda. Hey, Zelda.
I want to meet the Zelda.
So can I tell y'all a story about something that happened while I was in San Diego that just kind of blew my mind?
Yeah.
So this is about finding or like seeing somebody who doesn't know who you are, right? So I was out getting frozen yogurt with Jules over in San Diego, and I've told this on cast. I don't think I've told this on disc only because I couldn't have because it was after that. Anyways, so I always got to double check because I know that I've told the freaking Stepmania story like 8 times. I want to just make sure I'm not just rehashing. But we were there, and I was wearing my little 8-bit drummer shirt, right? Like, because I have my own branded shirts and stuff, and I like wearing them because they're very comfy. And the guy behind the counter goes, "Oh, hey, is that Markiplier?" Like, on my shirt. Like, he looks at my shirt and says, "Hey, is that Markiplier?" I'm like, "No, it's actually the 8-bit drummer." And he goes, "Oh."
Oh, Jesus.
So I have a similar story that ends in a different way. So I was wearing a shirt that was, again, my own shirt. It literally said my name on it, Josh Jepson, right? So I walked into a McDonald's, and the guy behind the counter was like, "Oh, man, I love Josh Jepson." Meanwhile, I'm wearing the shirt as Josh Jepson. I was like, "Yeah, me too, man." And I walked away and went to get my McDonald's.
that is absolutely. Let me imagine. There's one of 2 mindsets you could have had here. A, I'm going to mess with this guy by not telling him who I am, or B, I really don't want to get into a discussion about how I'm Josh Jepson right now.
Both of those things.
The best thing in that situation is just to walk away.
Yeah, someone's like, "Yeah, man, I'm a big fan."
Someone in chat made a really good point. Someone in chat made a really good point. That's like Tony Hawk levels of ignorance.
Yeah, we were like, dude, we both got Tony Hawked hardcore.
Tony Hawk moment, bro.
No, it's the 8-bit drummer. Oh.
Oh.
You look like Tony Hawk. Really, I get that a lot.
Oh.
See, this reminds me.
Tony Hawk's doing right now. This.
This reminds me. I think Jules told this story before. I don't know if it was on the podcast either. When we were doing the traveling show, we were on our way to New Jersey, and we had left Boston. We were all in a van, and during the ride, we had just parked in the area. And I think Emil said some joke about, man, like I got recognized so many times outside of the con. And Jules was like, "Man, that just happens every time. Everywhere we go, you're the one who gets recognized. So what's going to happen is we're going to walk into this like pit stop, and you're going to get recognized. And it's just going to be out of nowhere, and it's going to throw us all off." So we all walk in. After Jules said that to Emil, we all like line up at this pizza place. And the guy working the pizza counter is like, Are you family Jules?" And like, he didn't, like, Emil was in front of him, and he noticed Jules behind Emil. So Jules, of course, like, "Oh, God damn it." And we're all laughing our asses off. So the guy's like super excited to talk to him for a second. Then he goes back into the kitchen, and suddenly Jules's music starts blaring out of a speaker in the kitchen. So we were ordering food, and Jules can hear his music in the background because the guy's so pumped that Jules was there. He started playing his music. It was so hilarious.
Dude,
that's adorable, though.
That's great. That's fantastic. Oh, man.
I can imagine that going a couple ways from Jules' perspective, but just being along the lines of like, somebody made a big deal out of me and now they're playing my music. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's incredible.
You know what? That's maybe that was like karma just for calling out Emil and getting recognized.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's like, "Oh, I guess I shouldn't have called Emil out for that."
Oh, God.
It's like when for in Emil's case, that'd be like if somebody recognized them, then went back into the kitchen and yelled, "Steve!"
No, if someone walked back into the kitchen, they turned on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, man. Doing online content is fun.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever been recognized in a place that just completely caught you off guard?
I got recognized twice at the same time by my voice only, but it was in downtown Seattle, which isn't really that surprising.
I've been recognized in a Staples 3 times, which is kind of funny.
I got recognized at my regular CVS by one of the cashiers.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
You can never go back to that CVS. Oh God,
It was
I
cool
do-
though.
the last time I got noticed was actually it was at a Staples, and it was funny because I thought there were two cashiers there, and I had a feeling that the other cashier was going to notice who I was. I don't know why, I just had a feeling. But then like I had a mask on and everything. Both me and Erica had a mask on, and I had a Twitch shirt on. He goes, "Oh, dude, you a Twitch streamer?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you the 8-bit drummer?" I'm like, "Oh, frick!" And Erica's like, "Oh no!" So it turns out that guy is actually a streamer as well, and he's been trying to do it as well. So we actually rated him the other day too, and it was really funny. He's just
That's
like, "Oh, frick, what?" Because yeah.
Someone in chat asked, like, didn't that happen to a Rooster Teeth member? The thing with CVS. So it might happen with the cashier. The guy with CVS was recognized by the pharmacist who was giving him his prescription.
Oh no, that's way worse. That's so much worse.
I also like how in your story, Jared, the guy basically played 20 questions with you.
Yeah, well, no, he got it after the second one, but I think
It still counts. It's within 20 questions.
listen, all right, look, you ever okay?
Quick round.
So you never want to just go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, you're this guy," like that. You want to like feel about and like lower the expectation that you could be wrong. So like he took context clues. He was like, "Hey, oh, he's wearing a Twitch shirt, huh? He looks kind of like the 8-bit drummer," like that. Like he did the steps to be able to figure out like who he was talking to. Because I've had people at conventions be like, "I'm a drummer," and I'm like, freaking geez, like that type of thing. And oh man, okay, so I have a buddy of mine who, and I've told him to never do this. At the last convention that we went to together, it was MomoCon. We were in the middle of the freaking merch hall, and he just screams, "Is that the 8-bit drummer?" And I almost socked him in his mouth. It's like I can't stand that crap, and he knows that I can't. So like, yeah, he's never done it since, which is nice, but it was really awkward. My buddy Roland.
Okay.
Yeah. Like oh my God. I was like, "Frick you, dude."
It was a long time ago, like even before like getting recognized very often, but the first, well, I want to say it was the first PAX East I ever went to. One of the ongoing jokes is I had gotten recognized maybe once or twice. And one of the ongoing jokes with all the people in our general group was oh God, what was it again? It was I can't remember what exactly they said. It was like they were just like doing the same thing where they were screaming like, "Oh, is that Josh Jepson?" Like, "Oh man, look, it's Josh Jepson!" Like over and over again, constantly, because I got recognized one time. But jokes on them.
No, well, that's the thing though. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, once they, he's my best friend, right? Or one of my best friends. I have 3 really, really good friends in my hometown, and he's one of them. So he knew that after he did it once, he was like, "All right, I got it out of my system. We're good to go."
Ain't doing that again.
Like, thanks, fricker.
I apologize.
Yeah, but no, he's always super chill, and
That's it. Oh my God, you're Josh Jepson. Are you Josh Jepson?
Is that the Josh Jepson?
By the way, it was Jake that started
Josh
it.
Jepson.
Oh,
Super
of course.
Genius.
Oh,
Troll.
Once again, online content creation is super fun.
It's super good, and I'm so happy to be able to do something creative. Is my main thing.
I love
really
him. I love how most of this podcast is just us sounding jaded as fuck, though.
Well, that's the thing.
Content creation is great, but it comes with baggage.
Yeah, at times, yeah. But no,
like the stuff we've been talking about, where it's like, oh, we're just kind of like funning around about like getting recognized and shit. Like, I still like that stuff. I still think it's like, I think it's hilarious in hindsight, looking back on it.
I love it. I absolutely love it because like I've never had this before in my life, right? Like,
crazy.
it wasn't until I was 25 until I did something that people could really notice me online for. And it's super fun. And at times it's really easy to be like, yo, that freaking sucked, bro. That sucked, you know? But at the same time, it's always super, super flattering. And
It really is.
like 99% of the time, it is always a freaking blast. But there's always that little, you know, that 1% that sticks out, like iffy experience or somebody being way too clingy. That sticks out in your mind, and that's a good thing that it does at times, because it keeps you from falling into that situation a second time.
Right.
But you know, on a podcast, not all everything, you know, not everybody wants to hear the happy-go-lucky stories. We talk about how, you know, happy we are all the time. They're looking for the juicy stuff, you know what I'm saying? But
They want that gossip, baby.
Yeah, like the sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
At our next panel, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That'll be.
I mean, if you want at least one of three of those, then I think Jared's got you covered. The rock and roll part.
the drugs? Oh, yeah.
That explains so much.
Jared, hit me up, bro.
Bro, the only drug I can help you with is serotonin. That's about it. Like,
Dude, give me some of that sweet serotonin, baby.
Get it into my veins. Oh my god. Frick.
The closest thing I got for you is Flonase and whey protein.
What?
I take Flonase for my allergies, and I take whey protein after I work out.
That just
My
wasn't
favorite drug, whey protein.
bro.
It's a supplement. That can be considered.
I'm gonna totally rocked on whey protein tonight, man.
Dude, I need some more Flonase, bro. Excuse me. Oh, Frick.
My nose may be bleeding, but my sinuses are way open now.
Frick, yeah, dude.
My sinuses are so open they're starting to affect how well I can see.
I've never breathed so much.
Do you take like a pill of Flonase, or do you do the
straight up the
thing?
nose?
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's what I was trying to make fun of. Like,
Yeah, no, I snort one dose of Flonase
yeah, dude.
per nostril.
I have inhaled one Flonase.
I inhaled the entire bottle.
Oh, frick.
Yeah, no, don't abuse Flonase or any other drugs for that matter.
Yeah, please don't.
And don't abuse whey protein, otherwise you won't poop for a while.
Oh God.
This went in some directions I'm a bit surprised
fear.
about. It almost sounds like you know exactly what you're talking about.
That's just science, man. You eat too much protein, you get constipated.
Oh,
You get swole, but not in the way that you want.
No, there's swole and then there's swelling. You get one of those.
Oops. God, I love it.
All right, shall we wrap up for the evening?
Yeah, my dog is
Before we
looking
tap
like
it.
he's trying to get into some trouble.
Josh, please.
What? tap the stop button.
Okay.
It's the red light. It's the red light.
Listen.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so really quickly before we wrap up, you just reminded me about tapping a stop button. Razer has these finger like protectors that you can get that like help you to play mobile games and stuff. And Jules was, or not Jules, I'm sorry. It was Erica and Dell. We were just hanging out looking at the products that Razer had. And Erica just goes, the hell are these finger condoms?
That's exactly what they are. Dude, I saw something on that with Twitter recently. It's a lot of states. It's election day, including Texas. One of my friends was like, "Yep, I went down there, popped my got my mask on, popped in my finger condom, and voted."
Dude, I love the fact that they're actually a thing, and they help with mobile gaming, which is so funny to me. But yeah, you saying that like be protected before you press stop or whatever just reminded me of that crap.
To those of you listening to it's a little late now, but those of you listening to the audio podcast, I recommend watching this just to watch the transformation of Bruce Jepsen slowly turn into Spamton.
Yeah, dude. The evolution. I was here for it the whole time. I was watching. There's a bow tie now. I didn't even see the bow tie.
I just added that like a minute ago.
Freaking great. Wow. Looks good.
And let's see what happens if I turn off some of these layers. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you forget how bad of an artist you truly are until you turn off a layer.
I forgot the eye looked like that.
Dude, he's looking directly into the camera. Like, it's like, oops.
There you go. The transparent background and everything's perfect.
Hey guys, hey, it's me, Josh Jepsen.
Oh, look, it's like half the PNGs you try to find on Google searches.
God, I know. I was trying to find.
They're not actually
I was trying to find
transparent, but they
googly
have a
eyes to put over his
transparency
face. That's what I was doing the whole time.
That's great.
Oh my God! All right, let's wrap up for the evening, shall we, folks? What do you guys got going on this week? Let's start with our guest.
Oh, what have I got? What do you mean? Got going on? Stream?
Yeah, we got going on this month in general.
What's your content stuff, buddy?
Oh God, I'm doing a Pokemon Crystal Crowd Control on Saturday. That's like the
Ooh.
big one. That's like the next big thing. You know, we got Metroid Dread coming on the channel. Let's play Metroid Dread. What else we have? I do the vlog and the podcast on my other channel. It's coming out once in a while. It's not super consistent, but it's coming. What else? That's it. That's the big ones. The big three.
All right. What about you, Jared?
Drums on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, as normal. And then this Thursday, actually, I am doing a Mario Party 2 run, I think, or like a Mario Party 2 thing with Homic, Erica, and Secret Agent Jacob for his Mario month, which if y'all want to watch somebody suffer through playing Mario games for the entire month, it's technically Mario week, but we added a lot of extra games. And wait, are you going to be doing something with him as well?
I'm going to be doing something with him on Friday. So yeah,
nice.
Basically the same thing. Mario Party with me and Elias and Brooke and Jacob. So that'll be really fun.
So check out Secret Agent Jacob's channel throughout this month. He's going to be playing Mario literally all month long. And you can make him eat terrible beans and also hotter, spicier wings. So
also, he's a bro. So
yeah, absolutely. I love the fact that I'm talking about somebody else because y'all know what I do. I play drums. Frickin'. Drams. But yeah, that's basically it for me.
Tom, what about you? Since it sounds like you may have to run off and catch the dog soon.
I've got a Oblivion Let's Play on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. The dog is chewing on a plushie somebody made of me a long time ago, which I think says a lot. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I've got a Sonic Adventure DX1. I finally got caught up on vlogs. Manatee, put that down. Manatee.
He also has a dog to take care of.
I've got a dog to take care of. I try to stream Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Probably not going to stream after this. Maybe I'll stream after this, but it depends on his energy levels, Manatee. Probably won't, so I'll probably be back on Thursday for that. However, on Sunday, I'm streaming Mario Party with Sab, Jiggy, and Haruka Karibu.
How do you guys remember like everything that you're doing off the top of your head?
Because I have to look at it every time I want to upload it.
I do the same thing every week. That's why.
I can't remember what
I write it all down on a calendar.
Let me look at my calendar here. Metroid Dread, 3 p.m. tomorrow. That's what I'm streaming. And then Mario Party with John after that.
I've streamed the same 4 days for 6 years. I better know where I'm at.
Dude, I see my schedule's all over the heckin' place, so I admire that. Good job.
Thanks, I think.
You did it.
Yeah, my schedule's kind of we're in limbo on my schedule at the moment because I've been dialing back a little bit on some things. So right now my YouTube uploads are a little spaced out and a little slow, so I don't know when that's going to get back. But streaming schedule is tomorrow is a little bit of Mario Party with Jiggy, possibly Masay, and possibly Josh, provided nothing changes last minute. And then who knows after that. I still got my other podcast that's weekly, Top Down Perspective, over at twitch.tv/TopDownPerspective. Fortune Cookie on the usual Saturdays. And right now we're doing Wario Land Shake It for game clearing. which we'll be wrapping that up next week. But game clearing next week is on a Wednesday because I'm actually just doing a whatever stream on Monday instead, just shuffling around the schedule a little bit.
That is such a good game.
I got walled. I need to grind coins now to get to the end of the game.
Oh, really? I do remember that being a problem whenever I played through
I'm
too.
just like, I was enjoying it to a point. I'm just like, oh,
yeah,
that sucks. Dan, what about you? Steven's not here.
Well,
You can say as
hey.
many words as you want.
Yay! Well, the one thing that I wanted to make sure I forgot
that's
to
enough.
actually. Okay.
No, let him go. Let him go. God damn it.
What was the fact that I forgot to mention this last month, but I was on the Jepsen podcast, and it was super fun. I highly recommend going and watching the video. But I will say this though, the video for mine has about almost 1,100 views, and the one for Mr. Chugga Conroy's is almost 3,000. If you can go watch mine, so it can be more than Emil's.
That's the spirit,
that would be
Dad, buddy.
sick,
That's the spirit.
Wait, Josh, where is mine at that I did with you?
It's behind Dan. So
Good.
Sorry.
Good. We literally just talked.
It's like just barely at 1,000.
Bro, we talked about Marvel for like an hour. Like that was basically all we talked about.
That was most of the podcast was us talking about Marvel. Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
It was good. It was a good topic. Good
Yeah.
discussion. Hell yeah! Thank you.
All right. Well, our talking points for this episode: Grandpa's state of mind, trading places, sans serif issues. I think that's how you say it. Is it serif or serif?
Serif.
It is serif. Sans serif issues. Disc only cinematic mall. Content aware scare. Shaggy Doo. Red to Ruby. Bagel Dash. Big Shot Narcoleptic. Lava Hot. Lava Hot. Wheel is too big. Please clap. Totally Tony Hawked. 20 question notice. And I can stop spraying whenever I want.
Wait,
Oh.
what is that relating to?
The Flonase, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh. I was thinking something else. Concern deepens.
I thought it was like an ink pouch.
Thanks, Soydberg.
Yeah, while you're under the knife, get an ink pouch installed to escape your enemies.
Y'all, thank you so much for inviting me out here. This was a blast.
Thanks for being on, Josh. You're welcome back anytime.
Hell yeah.
You can replace me next time.
Cool.
I'm gonna go
Or
take a
you know
nap.
what, we could just have, or we could have 5 people on, even with Steven here. You know,
No, we can't.
isn't that what we did for Jules?
No, we can't.
Never happened. It's impossible.
We don't talk about the Jules episode.
Special thank you to Popsky for our theme song, Prism Shard for our logo, Paper Pennies for the beautiful art in our intro, and our producer is Motion Dan. I think we are currently still on schedule for next month's episode, which will be the 7th of December, the last one for the year.
Oh man.
Y'all excited for the end of year and Christmas?
Christmas!
Christmas!
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody! See y'all next time.
Feliz Navidad.
Episode 50.
Too late for that one.
Merry St. Patrick's Day.
Happy leave it.
Sorry.
Isn't that Thanksgiving,
Oh,
technically? Leave it. Leave it.
The dog sitting up on the counter trying to get the bird.
Hey, leave it. Leave it. That's the song episode.
I still have time, comma, is up.
Do we
No,
need
wait.
to do an end sync or no?
Yes.